This video covers the IGCSE Biology Objective 6.1.10 on the 2025 CAIE syllabus to state the balanced chemical equation for photosynthesis. So we already know the word equation for photosynthesis. So now let's take a look at the chemical formulas for each of those components. So we have our reactants and our products. And so our carbon dioxide is CO2. Our water is H2O. Those you already know. Glucose, which may be new to you, is C6H12O6, and oxygen is O2. So really, I think the only new chemical formula here that you need to learn is glucose. Again, let's remind ourselves, the carbon dioxide and the water are raw materials, otherwise known as inorganic compounds, and the light is the energy for this reaction. The glucose is chemical energy. It is an organic compound, and the oxygen is waste. Again, the chlorophyll is the component in the plant leaf that is going to absorb the light. So how do we know that this equation is balanced? Well, let's look at all the numbers. So now we see some numbers in front of these formulas. So there are 6 molecules of carbon dioxide and 6 molecules of water that are going to produce 1 molecule of glucose and 6 molecules of oxygen gas. So what does this tell us? We need to look at the number of each atom on both sides of the arrow. So on the reactant side, we have 6 carbons. The number 6 is going to be multiplied by the number of carbon atoms, and so there's 1, so 6 times 1 is 6 carbons in the carbon dioxide. The number of oxygens is going to be the 6 times 2 in the CO2, that gives us 12, and then we add that to the 6 atoms of oxygen from the water. So that's 6 times 1. So 6 plus 12 is 18. And then we have 12 hydrogens. That is the 6 times the 2 on the hydrogen gives us 12. So we have 6 carbons, 18 oxygen, 12 hydrogen for the reactants. Remember, all of that gets ripped apart, and we talked about how that happens. Now let's take a look at the products. This needs to be equal. So our glucose gives us 6 carbon atoms. That's equal. The glucose also gives us 12 hydrogen atoms. That's equal. Let's take a look at oxygen. The glucose gives us 6, and then the oxygen gas gives us another 12 atoms of oxygen. So 6 plus 12 is 18. So this is what we call a balanced equation. The number of atoms of each type of atom are the same on both sides of the arrow.